Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Anjali Ojha. Today, I will discuss two topics of aptitude. One is mensuration, and another one is stamina. Let's start with the topic mensuration. In mensuration, I have covered the topic cube and cuboid. The first one is cube. These are the formulas which are given on your screen. As we know that in cube, the edge length is equal. Length, width, and height all have equal lengths. So let us suppose the length, width, and height, they are equivalent to A. The length of all these three things is A. Then the volume of cube is length into width into height. When you multiply these values, the value of length and width and height is A. So A into A into A, you will get the volume of cube equivalent to A cube. Next one is the formula for total surface area of cube. As we know that in a cube, we have six faces and each face is in a shape of a square. So area of a square is A square if edge length is A. So the area of each surface is A square and we have six surfaces in a cube. So the total surface area of a cube is 6A square. Next formula is the lateral surface area of a cube. In lateral surface area, we exclude the base and the top and the bottom of the cube. So we have four faces left, and the area of four faces is 4A square because each face has an area of A square. Each face is in the shape of a square. The last one is the diagonal of a cube. If we connect the opposite uh, corners of the diagonal, it is known as the diagonal of a cube, and the length of a diagonal of a cube is A. So these are the basic formulas. With the help of these formulas, we will solve few questions. So the first question is the lateral surface area of cube, which is given, that is 900 centimeters square, and they are asking to find its volume. As we know, the lateral surface area of a cube is equivalent to 4A square. If the edge of a cube is A, then the lateral surface area of a cube is 4A square, and the value of this lateral surface area is given. It is equivalent to 900. So we'll equate 4A square is equal to 900. When we divide 900 by 4, we will get the value of A square, which is 225. When you divide 900 by 4, we'll get 225. We'll divide 225 times. And we'll take the square root, then we'll get the value of A, and which is equivalent to 15, because 225 is 15 is 225 is the square root of 15. So after getting the length of edge length here is 15 centimeter. Now they're asking that we have to find out the volume of cube. And we know the volume of cube is A cube. And here the value of A is 15. If we put the value of A equivalent to 15, we'll get the volume of cube as 15 cube, which is equivalent to 3375. So the volume of this cube is 3375 cubic centimeter. Let's come to the second question. In second question, it is given that three cubes of metal are there, and the edge of these three cubes are 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter, and 5 centimeter respectively. Since there are three different cubes, first cube is having edge uh, equal to 3 centimeter. Second cube's edge length is 4 centimeter, and the third cube is having edge of 5 centimeter length. We measured all the three cubes, and we have made a single cube with the help of these three cubes. Now the question is they're asking that find the lateral surface area of the new cube which you have formed. So first of all, we'll calculate the volume of all these three cubes. So the volume of all the three cubes is, as we know, the volume of cube is the cube of edge. So the first cube is having edge of 3 centimeters. So volume of first cube is 3 cube. Volume of second cube is 4 cube because the edge length is 4. And the volume of the third cube is equivalent to 5 cube because edge of the third cube is 5. When we simplify it, so 3 cube is 27, 4 cube is 64, and 5 cube is equivalent to 125. These are the volumes of these three cubes. As we know that when we melt these cubes and convert it into a single cube, And in this question, it is not given that there is any loss of material. So the volume of all the three cubes will be equal to the volume of the newly formed cube. So the volume of three cubes is equal to volume of new cube. So when we add the volume of these three cubes, we'll easily get the value of the volume of the new cube. So on adding these values, the cubes, all the values of these volume of these three cubes, we'll get 27 plus 64 plus 125, which is equivalent to 216. So we get 216. This 216 is the volume of new cube. Now I'll consider that the edge of this new cube is capital A. Then the volume of this new cube will become A cube. And we have already calculated that the volume of this new cube is 216. So A cube is equivalent to 216. On simplifying this, taking cube root both sides, we'll get the value of A, which is equivalent to 6. Now the lateral surface area of this new cube will be 4a square. As we know the formula of lateral surface area. So 4a square, and the value of a which we have calculated earlier, it is 6. So on putting this value in place of a, we will get 4 into 6 square. 6 square is 36. So 4 into 36, that is equivalent to 144 square centimeter. So this is the lateral surface area of cube. Now let's come on the next topic. So the next topic which we are covering here is cuboid. In cuboid, cuboid is just similar to the cube, but the difference is that in cube, all the three sides, length, width, and height, they have the equal edge length. But in cuboid, we have different. Length is different, depth is having different dimensions, and height is having different length. So all three are not equal; they have different values. So the volume of cuboid is length into width into height. Now the second formula is the total surface area of cuboid. Again in cuboid also we have six faces. So each face is a two-dimensional figure and it is in the shape of a rectangle. So when we calculate the area of all these six faces and we sum up all these areas of the six faces, you will get the formula which is written here. That is 2 times length into width plus width into height, length into. Now the third formula is the lateral surface area of cuboid. In lateral surface area, we exclude the base and the top of the cuboid. So the area of the four sides will be equivalent to 2 times length plus width into height. And the diagonal of the cuboid, it is equivalent to under root length square plus width square plus height square. Let's start with the question. This is the first question. The question is, the dimensions of a room are 9 meter into 8 meter into 6.5 meter. It has one door of dimensions 2 meter into 1.5 meter and two windows each of dimensions 1.5 meter into 1 meter. Find the cost of whitewashing the walls at rupees 25 per square meter. So the dimensions of a room are given. Length is 9 meter, width is 8 meter and height is 6.5 meter. And they are asking to whitewash the four walls of this room. As we know that we whitewash the four walls only. We don't whitewash the door and the windows. So first of all, we'll calculate the area of four walls. And we have the formula. Area of four walls is nothing. It is equivalent to the lateral surface area of a cuboid. So the area of four walls and the lateral surface area of a cuboid is same. So area of four walls is equivalent to 2 times length plus width into height. In this question, it is given that the length of the room is 9 meter, width is 8 meter, and height is 6.5 meter. We'll put these values in this formula, and with the help of this formula, we'll easily get the area of four walls. After calculating this, we'll get 221 meter square as the area of four walls. But in these four walls, door and windows are also there. So you have to deduct the area of door and windows from this area because we don't whitewash doors and windows. We paint doors and windows. Whitewashing is done only on walls. So first of all, we'll calculate the area of door. There is one single door and its dimension is, its length is 2 meter and width is 1.5 meter. So it is in the shape of rectangle and the area of rectangle is length into width. So the area of one door is length into, its length is 2 meter. It is given in the question and width is 1.5 meter. When you multiply, you will get 3 square meter as the area of door. After that, we'll calculate the area of window. The area of window, again, window is in a shape of, is a two-dimensional figure and it is in the shape of rectangle. So area of window is length into width. And here we are having two windows. That's why I have multiplied two. So length into width multiplied by two in order to get the area of two windows. I have multiplied two here. So length is given 1.5 meter. Width is given 1 meter. When we multiply 1.5 into 1, we'll get 1.5. So 1.5 is the area of one window. Here we are having two windows. That's why we'll multiply it by 2. When we multiply it by 2, we'll get 3. 3 meter square is the area of two windows. Now, for whitewashing, the area which is available for whitewash, it is the area, we'll calculate that area by deducting the area of window and doors from the total area of four walls. So the area available for whitewash is area of four walls minus area of door minus area of two windows. So the area which is left is 215 meter square and this is the area which we will whitewash. The cost of whitewash is 25 rupees per square meter. So here we have to whitewash 215 square meter area. So in order to calculate the cost of whitewashing this area, just multiply this area in by 25. So the area which we are going to whitewash is 215 meters square multiplied by 25 because 25 rupees is the cost of per meter square whitewashing. So after calculating this, we'll get the amount which is 5375 rupees. So the total cost of whitewashing is 5375 rupees. So the answer of this question is 5375 rupees. Let's take one more question. The second question is, how many persons can be accommodated in a dining hall of dimension 20 meter into 16 meter into 4.5 meter, assuming that each person requires 5 cubic meters of air? Here they are asking that there is a hall, dining hall, and the dimensions of hall are, the length of hall is 20 meter, width is 16 meter, and height is 4.5 meter. They are asking that how many people can be accommodated in this hall if each person requires 5 cubic meter of air. First of all, we'll calculate how much air will be there in that hall. The air, the capacity of the hall will contain only that much air, which will be the capacity of that hall. So first of all, we'll calculate the volume of that hall because the total air available in that hall is equivalent to the volume of the dining hall. So the volume of dining hall is this. This is a cuboid. So the volume of a cuboid, dining hall is shape of cuboid. So the volume of this dining hall is length into width into height. Length is given 20, width 16, and height 4.5. When we put these values here and we multiply them, so we'll get the total volume of the hall that is equivalent to 1440 cubic meter. This is the quantity of air which is available in hall. And if you want to calculate the number of persons, just divide this total quantity of air by the air required by each person. So the air required by each person is 5. Total air available is 1440. So 1440 divided by 5, you will get the number of persons. So by dividing it, we will get 288. 288 persons can be accommodated in this hall if they require 5 cubic meter of air. Each person requires 5 cubic meter of air and the total available air in that dining hall is 1440 cubic meter. So final answer is 288 persons. So that's it for the mensuration topic. Now we'll come on the topic time and work. In time and work, we are just discussing the basics of it. I'm taking a basic example. In time and work, you can simplify a question by using two methods. One is LCM method and another one is unitary method. We'll discuss these two methods one by one. Let's start with the LCM method. Suppose this is a question. This is a big question. Uh, Question is A can do a piece of work in 10 days and B can do it in 12 days. Then in how many days A and B working together can finish the work? If we want to solve this question with the help of LCM method, uh, we first of all take the LCM of the number of days which are available here. A can do a piece of work in 10 days. We know that the total work completed, A requires to complete that total work is within 10 days and B do that work in 12 days. So two values are available. This method will be applicable only in that case where you have two or more than two values. So here I have two values. So for solving this question, we need two things. One is the total work, that what was the total work which they are going to complete. And second thing, how much work they do in a single day, is their efficiency. So for that, I'll use the LCM method. To calculate the total work, we just take the LCM of 10 and 12. A can complete the total work in 10 days, B can complete in 12 days. Just take the LCM of 10 and 12. So when we take the LCM of 10 and 12, we'll get 60 as the LCM. And this 60 unit will consider as total work. It is not given here in this question. We assume this is the total work which A and B have. Then we'll calculate the efficiency or per day work of A and B individually. So for calculating the per day work, just divide the total work by the total number of days. A completes 60 units in 10 days. So just divide 60 by 10. So when you divide 60 by 10, you will get 6 units. So from here we'll get that A completes 6 unit work in single day. It is A's per day work or A's efficiency. To calculate B's efficiency, just divide the total work which B has completed in 12 days. So the total work is 60 and the total days which B has taken to complete the 60 unit of work is 12. So just divide 60 by, when you divide 60 by 12, so 60 divided by 12 you will get 5. So 5 unit is the per day work of B. So with the help of this total work and efficiency, we'll solve this question. Now the question is, A and B both start working together, then in how many days they will complete the total work. So before calculating this, we first of all calculate the total work done by A and B together in a single day. A completes 6 units in one day, B completes 5 units in one day. If they work together, they will complete 6 plus 5, 11 units in a day. So if they work together, A and B, then their per day work on a single day, they will complete 11 units. Now, we want to calculate the number of days. In how many days they will complete 60 unit of work. 60 units is the total work. So, in how many days they will complete total work. So, in order to calculate the number of days, just divide the total work by the efficiency of A and B. The total work is 60 and the efficiency, that means their per day work is 11. So divide 60 by 11. So the number of days required by A and B working together to complete the work is 60 by 11 days. So this is the answer of this question. Now we'll simplify the same question by unitary method. In unitary method, we consider total work as one unit. So instead of taking LCM, the same question is same. Again, I have taken the same question. So here we consider the total work equivalent to 1 unit. So it is given that A can do a piece of work in 10 days. So I've considered that that piece of work is 1 unit. So from here we can write that A completes 1 unit work in 10 days. Now from this statement, I can easily calculate A's 1 day work. If A is completing 1 unit work in 10 days, then how much work he completes in 1 day? Divide both sides by 10. When we divide both sides by 10, so we'll get 1 by 10 unit work in 1 day. So just divide both sides by 10, you will get A's 1 day work, which is equivalent to 1 by A. Again, it is given in question that B can do it in 12 days. So B completes 1 unit work in 12 days. Again, here we can easily calculate B's 1 day work. Divide both sides by 12, we will get B's 1 day work. So B's 1 day work is 1 by 12 units. First of all, we'll calculate that when they work together, that how much work they will complete in 1 day. So I'll add both 1 day work, A's 1 day work plus B's 1 day work. So I will get A and B's 1 day work. So A and B's total 1 day work is A completes 1 by 10 and B completes 1 by 12 in a single day. So they together completes 1 by 10 plus 1 by 12 unit of work. We'll take LCM and calculate it. So we'll get 11 by 60 units. This is 1 day work of A and B. If I want to calculate the total work, that in how many days they will complete the total work, and total work is 1 unit. So just create 1 unit in place of 11 by 60. Just reverse it. So when you reverse it, so you'll get the total 1 unit work, and which is equivalent to 60 by 11 days. So A and B completes 1 unit work, that is total work, in 60 by 11 days. That's it for today. Thank you very much.